Ever talked about or posted, I always post with evidence. So I don't get why most you Nigerians, like you see say person come out like this, can't they lie? And I was even surprised. Wumi mentioned something in the interview. She even no, we still get there. So Nigerians, now this live is to set the record straight, and this is Barrister Ogunbe. This is Mr. Joseph Aloba's lawyer that has been working on the DNA case, and also after Mr. Our Barrister Ogunbe, I'm going to be bringing mohbad's dad on this live. I would like him to even also come. So Barrister Ogunbe, yeah, welcome once again. So if you are in the comments, just keep share the live and tap on your screen. So please, firstly, have you watched Wumi's interview on Channels TV?
I watched the interview. I even watched the interview of Wumi's counsel after they left the court. Okay, see, unfortunately, the difference between me and perhaps Wumi and our legal team is that I will only narrate in court. I am not going to sugarcoat anything. I am not going to assume what is not available. Because let's be clear, when I came into this matter, I merely came into this matter, I think in November.
November of last year.
I went to court in November. Yes.
So it was just in November of last year that you joined this case.
Yes. Imagine. Yes, and they've been having sleepless nights. They've been having sleepless nights since I joined this case. In fact, my first court appearance was in November, but I remember the court did not sit.
Yeah, I remember.
That was when the matter was adjourned to February. So my first physical appearance in court was in February. But of course, I've been doing some underground work. I've been making a lot of research. Mohbad death. In fact, I don't want to immunizer. Going forward, I want to change the narrative. Mohbad did not die a peaceful death. Mohbad was murdered. From the facts available to us at my own disposal, let's be clear, I have read a reasonable chunk of all the main witnesses who were present when Mohbad died. 24 hours, 48 hours before Mohbad died. Mohbad did not, it was not a peaceful death. From some of the facts we have read, some of the testimony under oaths that was deposed to by some of the witnesses who were supposed to be considered as suspects. See, I am not going to disparage any professional advice the Aloba family may have been given earlier. But critically, after I reviewed a number of testimony of some of the witnesses that were called during the coroner inquest, I said, this explains why Wumi is behaving the way she's behaving. She was never considered a suspect. She was treated as a mere witness. But from all the facts, from all the circumstantial evidence, something is pointing towards murder, not a death. Because when I saw Mr. Joseph Aloba, let's be clear, Mr. Joseph Aloba is an illiterate, with all due respect.
Wow. One of the disadvantages.
He's a carpenter. And he's not rich. They took advantage of his gullibility. They took advantage of his lack of education to manipulate the narrative. Because if Mr. Joseph Aloba were to be educated, learned, lettered, exposed, because when I asked him some questions regarding the death of Mohbad, I told him, because I'm a lawyer, I am just an agent of a disclosed principal. I can merely work based on the fact available to me. When I asked him, Mr. Joseph Aloba, tell me what happened to Mohbad? What is your own account? What did they tell you? When did you get there? Who called you? The narration he gave me, he was giving me a narration of when they first called him. They didn't tell him the boy was dead.
Exactly.
That it was his ex-wife that first put a call across
Make
to
una take
him.
remember. Oh. Make una take remember. Yeah.
It was his first wife that first put a call across to him. She wasn't coherent with respect to what is happening to Mohbad. But there was an agitation that he needs to get to Mohbad's house. In the course of that, meet me at a junction. That was what the ex-wife said. At a particular junction, perhaps at Ikorodu. While he was going there, he saw that they took bike and he had to follow suit. It was while he was perhaps in a boat, in a ferry, because he had to travel by road, by water. He couldn't go by road. It was while he was there, he received another call. I'm not sure, maybe from one of his family members, from his daughter. It was that one. It was while they were on the ferry. This was around to 7 in the night, in the evening of Tuesday, that he was told that Mohbad has passed. That was all, and the person just dropped the call. They didn't give him details of what happened to Mohbad. Now, let's be clear. This was a boy he still spoke to on Sunday before he went for that show. He didn't fall sick. Mohbad was okay. Mohbad was sufficiently close to his father. If anybody is in doubt, go and listen to Sorry. That Sorry of a song was dedicated to his father. It was Mohbad being apologetic about the fact that the father also to send him to school. Spend money to send him to school. But he discovered his talents and went the musical route. And of course, he made a way for himself. The father was not angry. The father was happy. This is my golden boy. Only for the man to get to the house. What he told, I'm telling you his account. He told me, he said, I sold more than 500 people. Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀? What happened? Ìgbà wo ló kú? Ìgbà wo lẹ sọ fún mi?
Exactly.
Ìgbà wo ni when he said when he got there, he saw somebody that introduced himself as Mohbad's lawyer, who was already present in that house. He saw an affair. He saw few people. He saw a number of people. Guess what? He said he went from the kitchen. It was when he was passing through the kitchen, he saw a duvet soaked in blood. It was hidden.
You taking note too?
It was hidden.
The reason why Wunmi is lying, you go dey see am yourself.
I'm giving you his account because I told him, sir, give me an accurate account of how this boy died. He said because he doesn't know. He said when he saw the duvet soaked in blood, when he make inquiries that whose blood is that, they said it was Mohbad's blood. Kilo fa ẹ̀jẹ̀. Guess what? A duvet that is soaked in blood mean it is a fresh blood. To corroborate what Baba Mohbad told me, Mohbad mother, her younger sister, made a video that she also saw the blood. That the blood was so much that, but because that scene at that period was gory, was quite people were still trying to understand the reality of the moment. They couldn't ask questions because they didn't even know what happened. He said the story, Baba Mohbad told me what the story they gave him is that he fought with Prime Boy.
Yeah. That was what
That he fought with Prime Boy. That was the story they gave him. That he fought with Prime Boy. That it was in the course of punching Prime Boy, his fist hits the glass and blood was coming out. But guess what? That was on a Sunday.
Exactly.
The blood that Baba Mohbad saw was on a Tuesday evening. On soak with, as in the blood, according
Even
to his
the
own
blood from
description.
yeah, like blood from hand self cannot be plenty like that. It's as simple.
Calm down, Baba, calm down. Baba, calm down. Because I'm still going to explain the purport of this DNA and
Okay.
what I told the court at the last adjourned date.
Guys, listen, oh, listen. So you
Because it
understand
got to a
better.
point I lost it. Because this is the background. He said that was the story they gave him. But with the benefit of hindsight, Mohbad punched the glass of a Prado that got broken. From the testimony of the driver, there was no single spill of blood in the car. It was just a minor cut. The driver did not confirm that the blood was much that he had to clean the car because of the blood. The driver testimony from the coroner inquest was that it was just a minor cut. So it couldn't have been the same blood that continued to overspill
The Tuesday.
and kill Mohbad on a Tuesday.
Exactly.
Let's set the record straight. Because I know they are watching me.
Normal.
Let's be clear. We are writing a fresh petition to the new IG
Exactly.
to reopen the investigation because
If they
yes,
start
because
the investigation all over.
no, we are because we have identified more than 21 lacunas and lapses from the police. Police failed to do thorough investigation. In fact, the coroner inquest gave us an additional reason to request for a fresh investigation about the death, about the murder. I don't want to be calling it death of Mohbad, the murder of Mohbad.
You see?
He was murdered. Let's be clear. Now, this was the story they gave the father. But guess what? When they showed Baba Mohbad the remains of his son, he had already been embalmed.
Imagine. And he never set his eye on Mohbad, oh.
He never. Now, he did. Wọ́n ti gbé yọ̀ sí láyà. Wọ́n ti fòwú sí létí. Fòwú sí ní imú. The question is, who gave the authorization? In whose order ló fi give order yẹn? Pé ta ló ní kọ́ embalm locally? The father met Mohbad in a state of an already locally embalmed body. Ó ti di èèwọ̀ fún bàbá yẹn. Kò lè touch ẹ̀. He couldn't even examine his body. And mind you, before somebody can be embalmed, it means that ó ti ń rùn. Because by the statement, because we have the statement that was obtained from 2 hospitals that they took Mohbad to, táwọn ọlọ́pàá obtained. One of them came to coroner inquest, one did not come. I read their statement. In their statement, they said Mohbad was brought in dead.
Yeah, there's even one document I got.
In one of Wumi's interview, he said he died in the hospital.
Exactly. Lies upon lies.
But in the statement, one of the doctors that attended to Mohbad, yes, he said he was brought in dead. BID. Calm down. The reason why I am passionate about this Mohbad case is that I hate cheating. I hate obvious lies.
Like
It is clear. It is clear that some people are manipulating the narrative. Some people are benefiting. Some people are glorifying themselves in the murder of another person. But guess what? There is a video circulating online where Mohbad was telling Wunmi that if you kill me, you and your family will not rest.
Exactly, and they are not resting.
I was telling some of my friends that Mohbad is a prophet. He has seen the future. So people are saying they've not buried him. That means that boy's blood is very strong. His spirit is very strong. He's fighting for justice, even in
And he
the
must get
mob.
that justice. Oh, he
Even
must.
Mohbad does not even want him. Mohbad does not want him to be buried until the people that murdered him are brought to book. They will have mélòó lára Mr. Aloba, Mr. Joseph Aloba, mélòó lára wọn. What does he have? But the support he's getting from people that says we want justice from these people. Even some people hated Baba Mohbad, but they are still fighting for justice for him.
Exactly.
That's to show you how strong Mohbad spirit is. Even see, let's be clear. Even if Baba Mohbad today says, "Okay, mo fẹ́ lọ bury ọmọ mi," some people will go to court and get an injunction against him.
Exactly. It's not even about Baba Mohbad again. It's about.
You don't understand.
Yeah.
And what is on now? If you kill me, you and your family will not rest. My spirit will fight. Is it not what is happening? The spirit is obviously fighting now. When Baba Mohbad explained all of this to me, and I said, okay, did they, in the course of investigation, what did the police investigate? Now, Baba Mohbad, in his own naivety,
Exactly.
he saw Adura, Wunmi, and a number of persons in the house, and he asked them what happened. They couldn't give him a coherent answer. In his innocent mind, he believed Mohbad died an innocent death. Even when he asked about the blood, the story they gave him, they didn't capture the story for him. The only thing he just said is that people can't keep him here now.
Exactly.
Etienne Bame already. You can't keep him here. The only option that is left is go and bury him. Abi, mortuary.
Like he trusted
Because as at that
them.
time,
Even as at that moment,
because
he trusted.
Baba, before then, Wunmi and Mr. Joseph Aloba, they were best of friends.
Exactly.
So there was no way, there was no way
Anybody.
Baba could have thought that. Unfortunately, guess what? They didn't tell Baba that Wunmi and Mohbad fought the night before he died. There's a damage of a railings in their
Yeah.
yes.
I spoke about this
House.
stuff.
Nobody pay
Evidences.
attention to that.
Evidences.
Mohbad's mother, younger sister, said he saw the duvet that was soaked in blood. He was asking his own elder sister, that's Mohbad's mother, that whose blood is this? Her response, there's a video online. Her response, he said the sister told her that eléyìí tí mo ti forgo ju eléyìí tó ń rí lọ. What does that suggest? Ibo lẹ ti rẹ́jẹ̀ ẹ̀dẹ̀ lẹ́jẹ̀ Mohbad ni. God so good, Ọlọ́run ò tí pa Prime Boy. When Prime Boy gave his own testimony, because these are the pieces of evidence we are going to pick together.
Exactly.
When Prime Boy gave his own evidence, Prime Boy said, I didn't hit him with any, it was the one punch him and glass don't fall go. It just minor cut. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ò dà sínú mọ́tò. Ilé lẹ̀jẹ̀ ti ń dà kiri.
And in one of Prime Boy's testimony that I read, I think Prime Boy mentioned that Mohbad told me that they cannot actually bring him down and take his property.
No, see, let's be clear. He's in the coroner inquest testimony. We have everything.
Guys, go
Now,
check all these things out. Too.
Let me address the issue of DNA. Part of the fight, according to Prime Boy, that was there at the scene of their altercation, both at Lekki when they were going and at Ikorodu. From the testimony Prime Boy give under oath.
Yes, and anybody can get it.
Under oath, you can post it online. It's a certified true copy. It becomes a public record. Because I have seen several interviews of Wunmi, where Wunmi is saying my husband did not deny the boy. Part of what caused their fight, according to Prime Boy, under oath, from the CTC available at my disposal, was that part of nǹkan tó fàjà wọn ni pé Mohbad was questioning the paternity of that boy.
You know the year?
I will send it to you, post it online. Part of the testimony of Prime Boy was that Mohbad, that he was there, that Mohbad was saying, I don't even know whether I'm the father of this boy.
Hmm.
It was
And
that single, and
Mohbad
that
never
is
questioned the paternity.
he's on oath now. If Prime Boy is lying, let them go and arrest Prime Boy for perjury.
Exactly.
But Prime Boy said he was there when Mohbad, in fact, that was what triggered perhaps their own altercation that, oh, lè máa sọ ilé now, níbi táwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi ní ẹ̀. Ó yẹ ká máa lọ sọ yẹn lé. That was what even triggered the anger of Mohbad to be chasing. Prime Boy said, Mohbad said, I'm not even sure if I'm the father of this boy. I only met you once. O kò gbé oyún wá fún mi. It was that testimony. Because when I asked Baba Mohbad, why are you doing DNA? He said, Barrister Ogungbe, after I listened to the testimony of Prime Boy, who was there when they were fighting, I felt that it is better for me to ascertain whether
Exactly.
indeed this boy, this Liam, is my grandson. Because if my own son could raise it when they were fighting, and a day after they killed him, he was murdered, perhaps maybe there's something my son saw. And it would be foolish of me to be assuming that this boy is my grandson.
Because of his love for Wumi.
He said it would be foolish for me. Let me clear all doubts. And when I spoke to Adola Baba, I discouraged the Aloba family that this DNA, they said it was that period they sent me a copy of the certified true copy of the testimony of Prime Boy. When I read it, Baba, there's no smoke without fire now.
Exactly.
When I read the testimony, it dawned on me that this DNA, the outcome of the DNA can establish a motive.
Exactly.
Can establish a motive as to whether or not Mohbad was murdered or not. Because if the DNA comes out positive, it is a blessing to the Aloba family.
Of course, that's what I always say. And why is the DNA even taking up to 3 years? Why do you think the DNA is taking up to 3 years?
Now, let me now address that part. Let me address that part. When I came in, I saw that the court made an order for a DNA, but the court was not properly guided. The mind of the court, the mind of the court is like a still water. It is counsel that determines direction, meaning the court can be the court can be taken in one direction, but you as a lawyer, you need to avert the mind of the court to certain things. You need to explain certain things to the court that, oh, it will be in the interest of justice to do X, Y, Z. The court will see reason with you, and the court will look at it that, okay, because the court can make an order that will be subjected to multiple interpretation. On that basis, when I came in, when I saw the order, I saw that the order that the court had earlier made is an order that is subject to multiple interpretation. So on that, Baba, I've been practicing law for 14 years. I no be baby. I may look very small. I've been the head of litigation of more than 4 senior advocates as the head of litigation. The only thing I do in my life is go to court, prepare court processes. So it is not new to me. So if they think he's a small boy, they are joking.
They are already.
They are joking. Now, when I saw the order, the first thing I did was file a motion for change of counsel because, Baba, I have read a number of things that was done in the past. The only thing I told the Aloba family is that, calm down, I'm going to do my best to put up a professional representation for you. Whatever you want, let me know. As long as it is not outside the scope of my professionalism, I'm going to do it. I brought an application. In that application, I suggested 2 laboratories for the court because I know that Mohbad DNA case is not an ideal case. It's not an ideal case. It is a case that there is this popular saying, there is a principle in law that justice must not be seen to be done, but it must be manifestly seen to have been done.
Hmm.
Meaning, the test of a reasonable man comes in. In the case of mohbad, there's something called the test of a reasonable man. What will a reasonable man think with respect to proceedings order in respect of mohbad DNA case, particularly the one that has generated so many controversy,
Exactly.
that public has lost in fact, the integrity of the court and the integrity of the process is under scrutiny, serious scrutiny.
Mm-hmm.
So I suggested two laboratory for the court. They are abroad. I've not been to abroad. I've not been to those laboratories before. I don't know where they are. But the only thing is that the reason why I suggested it to the court was that so that the court can inquire, because what we want to do is not a normal DNA. In a normal DNA, they use air. In a normal DNA, they use air, they use blood.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, they want to use tissue-based post-mortem DNA.
It can only be done
Is it that
abroad.
abroad? Now, is it that they use the teeth or they use any part of his bone with maybe Liam's hair or Liam's blood? So I we made a research and we got two laboratory, one in US, one in UK, that can do a tissue-based DNA. I brought the application. Everything I did in the application is to hand over those two laboratories to the court. We are not the one doing it. The court is going to supervise it. But at least we will have knowledge of it if any. These people have the capacity. And they are not Nigerians. These people will not do hide and seek. You can't go and bribe them. Because they know that with a single letter or single petition, their reputation is destroyed. That is a sinner crime. When I brought the application was met with serious resistance. They were saying so many things, blah, 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 blah. I said, okay, no problem. Eventually, to cut the long story short, the court saw reason with me. Wumi counsel, in fairness to him, he also saw reason with me. Because everything I was preaching is transparency. Let the public know that we are doing the right thing. Let the public know that everything is transparent. Nobody has anything to hide. I'm going to address some of their interviews.
Yeah, sure.
Now, the court now said, okay, Mr. Ogungbe, let your clients go and make research. Let's be clear. Let your client go and make research on 3 DNA laboratories overseas that can do tissue-based DNA.
Yeah.
Wumi
Counsel.
lawyer, please, counsel, go, let your clients also go and make research to get us 3 laboratories overseas that can do tissue-based. Welfare officer
already initially established that it can only be done overseas.
Exactly. Now, welfare officer, you too, go and bring 1 laboratory that can do tissue-based. Guess what? The court still adjourned for 3 weeks. The court said he's adjourning for us to go and do our research. The court said, go and send emails to them, confirm any laboratory you are submitting, ensure that they can do tissue-based. On that basis, the court adjourned the matter. That we should have submitted everything to the welfare officer, so that as at that time, at the next adjourned date that we are coming with the conviction that this very laboratory can do tissue-based DNA. If we are submitting 3, this 3, you can bet it with your life that they can do tissue-based. Immediately we left the court, I convened a meeting with my client and his family. And I told them, Emma disappointing me. John Todolong, get me 3 laboratories that can do tissue-based. Before you submit any laboratory to me, make sure you send them an email. Make an inquiry from them. Let them send you response that they can indeed do tissue-based DNA. Because I can't embarrass myself online. And they say, Mr. Ogungbe, I want to go. But then you don't send me anything until you are sure. And then I want to go. On that basis, at the next adjourned date, before the next adjourned date, want to send there, say me. Immediately, about 3 days before the proceedings, want to send there, say welfare officer, These are the three laboratories that our client will confirm. Guess what? When we got to court, the other side have not submitted to the welfare officer.
Ah.
It was in court they were telling the welfare officer said, it was my own they have received, they've not received theirs. But I said I don't care. It was in open court. They were now giving their own to the court. I said no problem. I shall share research in my own mind. At least you people have made your research.
For
The
3
welfare
weeks.
officer has also made research. After 3 weeks, EDT was sure for one shade tissue base. Let's do it. I think about shame be meta. If we can do it in 3 places, everybody will be. At least let's do this thing and close it. Because I was already getting tired and frustrated. And the court picked one from us, one from Wumi, and the one submitted by the welfare officer. The welfare officer is supposed to be representing the court and Lagos State government. So you are listening. Immediately, then the court made an order. Guess what? That order is still subsisting till now. There is no overriding order. That order is still subsisting. When the court made the order, we received the order. We apply for CTC because Majabo fún àwọn tó rán mi iṣẹ́ náà, which is the Aloba family. I had to apply for the certified true copy. So that because eléyìí tó submit, that was the first time. The one that was submitted by Wumi's counsel and the welfare officer, that was the first time I was hearing it. Sure, you understand? So, in order for me to have custody, in order for me to keep myself acquainted with what was submitted, I need to apply for the certified true copy of the proceedings of that day. So, I applied for the certified true copy. So, Mogba, Mori, okay, eléyìí ti court to document in here. And immediately, I had to send it to my clients.